Beautiful people, welcome back. Storytellers here, always, as always, and forever, speaking that ignite your purpose truth, where we talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle. That healthy lifestyle has to include that mental, physical, and spiritual knowledge, something I've coined, the mind, body, soul trifecta. If you're missing one of those, baby, you're missing out on life. I'm telling you, I've been through experience, 10 years deep in the Soto Zen game, studying like you wouldn't believe, tens of thousands of hours, to be better than the day I was before, to be better than the person I used to be. On that note, I'm speaking through experience. I'm telling you, I am the storyteller, so I'm telling stories of occurrences and events that happen daily in my life, and I'm not judging them. I am not better than thou. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not putting a negative or a positive spin on them. I'm trying to learn from them for my own evolution and my higher purpose. You know what I'm saying? And through that, I want to spit that to you so that you can get on this journey with me, because it is a beautiful place to be. I've been speaking a little bit about my, breakthrough at the solstice. I've been speaking a lot about my month healing retreat, and I'll end it on this note. Well, I won't end it on this note, sorry. That retreat ended on this note. I was able to meet a gentleman and have a most amazing conversation, a fellow entrepreneur. I've been talking a lot about that. Meeting with the proper people who bring sunshine and positive energy into your life. And this gentleman and I met on the beach, spit for about 2 hours, and he delivered some of the most amazing knowledge to me. All right. Now, as a younger man, he's older. He spit some shit that just blew me away. I'll start it off by saying this. He was in a business where he what's the word I'm looking for? He catered to the lifestyles of the rich and famous. I'm not going to get into what he did, or it was all legit, by the way, but I'm not going to get into the businesses he was, because it would give it away. This guy's a big dog. All right. He's a big time baller. And we're like this now. I'm telling you, you might know somebody for 20 years, but where the world is at and where we are consciously, you're going to meet somebody. I'm telling you, within 2 minutes, you're going to be partners. Me and him locked it down. He was very fortunate in life. He was at the right place at the right time. And you may call that luck. I don't. I call that entrepreneurial. I call that hustler. He made himself available to be in those positions, and he knows that. And what he said was, from his early 30s to his late 40s, he was catering to these people, right? The lifestyles of the rich and famous. He was doing whatever the hell he wanted. He had money out the wazoo. He had the cars, he had the women, what's that called? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. All of the above. The stories he told me were incredible. He's now later on in life, right? He's in his mid-60s. Looks amazing. He's flipped his lifestyle. Now there's going to be reasons to that, so I want to tell you this whole story. He's flipped his lifestyle. For the last 8 to 10 years, he's been living that healthy lifestyle, all right? So he has his health back. He has his mental focus. He has his clarity back. And now 10 years later, he's doing good. He's at the point where, like I've been saying too, he doesn't give a shit about nobody else. He doesn't give a shit about the drugs. He doesn't give a shit about the liquor. He doesn't care about the women. Well, he doesn't care about the women as much. Things like that, all right? What he told me was this. He said to me coming up, I said I was an entrepreneur. This is the things I've been into. I said I grew up out of the house early. I learned to trade, blah, blah, blah. I went through my whole life story. Got into real estate, got into music, got it, da, right? Lost it all, got it all, blah, blah, blah. He said, if I could teach you one thing, he said told about the trifecta. He said the trifecta, when you're thinking of things to be grateful for, because I told him about my abundance, these gratefulness mottos mantras I have. And he said, his used to go something like this: wealth, and then whatever followed. He said, now understand it has to be like this: health, happiness, then wealth, in that only order, only and forever. And he is somebody who's at the peak of all peaks and the drops of all drops. He rolled with the biggest of big and lost it all. All right. Now, him and I now both know, coming from that spiritual point of view and that, mindfulness point of view, that he lost it all for a reason, because if he had kept going the way he was, he'd be dead. That simple. He was going that crazy. The abundance of money and sex, drugs, and rock and roll were all there all the time. And he said he couldn't get out of it. So the universe provided for him his lessons where he had to lose that all. And he said, if it isn't for your health, you will have nothing else. So when he knew, he hit the hospital, he lost it all. I'm talking lost it all financially as well as health. He knew if I don't get my health back, I don't get anything back. So if you're DOA on life, dead on arrival, there is no more life. So who cares about the money, the fame, the women, the whatever? Now, if you have your health and you have the proper mindset and focus and you know your purpose, then all those energy exchanges, the wealth, the fame, the smartly, and the intent has to be correct with the women and all that. If you choose to do drugs, that's your thing. I choose not to do them. So, but those things are all an exchange of intent and purpose to help others as well. So it's an energy exchange, right? For example, if I go to my girl Brekkie Bowl, love you so much, Holly, and she provides me a nutritiously dense fruit bowl and I give her money, that's an energy exchange. She's providing me something, I'm providing her something. It's a beautiful exchange. The intent, the purpose, the flow is there. That's where we need to be, people. And for somebody who came up at an early age with nothing, being out of the house that early, wealth used to be one of the things I looked for. But when you're coming from that place of lack, and I've talked about this numerous times, when you're coming from that place of lack, it might not show up. So once you can come from the place of gratitude, gratefulness, and understand there is nothing but abundance, doors start to open up. On that note, I want to thank him for who he is and what he taught me. And him and I are going to have a lot more talks. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. But to have people who are older than you, who have achieved massive success, hit those rock bottom lows in health, wealth, and in life in general, losing wives, losing your kids, all that jazz. There is so much knowledge to be learned. So if you have the chance to have these type of conversations, if you're open to it, please do it. I know during my little last, since December 21st, that solstice, that talk kind of capped my evolution at this time. And there's going to be more and more of them. But it was just what the universe wanted me to hear at that time. And it was a beautiful thing. On that note, beautiful people, I thank you for joining me daily. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. Do your best, forget the rest, beautiful people. This is a long haul. It's a longevity. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a quick pill. You got to put in the work. The universe will meet you halfway. And on that note, I will see you tomorrow. Mañana.